Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Sports Time HQ. I am indeed your host for today's show, of course, Fernando. Joined with me alongside is my great co-host, Gary. Gary, we're vibing. It's a great day. It's week 11. I mean, we're, a few weeks away from fantasy playoffs? And
Yeah, man.
Gary's live.
It's getting close.
Gary's already lagging. That's how we like it. We already got some mad people going in talking over there on TikTok. Non-reusable. Start to Woody, Nico, White. Listen, we're gonna go White. We gotta go Nico. Sean, pick four. Well, if we're picking four, then we got to pick all four that's stated. Sean, I appreciate the follow as well. Gary's still working on his Boo-Foo connection, so I can see him on TikTok, but it looks like he's working fine on TikTok. But I tell you, StreamYard's not working right. That's for sure. So I don't know. I think Gary might have to restart his stream. Maybe he'll restart stream. Oh, he's talking in there. He just disconnected. I can't hear him on TikTok because I'm on the StreamYard. So hopefully Gary can join back in on StreamYard. That or his internet just crashed. I mean, that could usually happen.
You good? You good?
We're back.
Okay. Jesus.
Don't we love technology?
So annoying, man. It happens probably once every 2 streams.
Every 2, yeah. That sounds about right. Guys, I appreciate you liking the live as well. I don't know who just liked it, but I appreciate you for liking. Gonzalez, Tillman, or Mims? Listen, I'm all in on Tillman, so we're going Tillman.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Everyone on the chat right now on TikTok, for all of you spamming those questions, we are live on YouTube as well. So if you want your questions to be mentioned right away, go on our YouTube at SportsTime HQ, ask the question. We answer it right away on YouTube. We got to get through some news and notes. We got to get through the injury report, and then we dive into our TikTok questions. So, guys, but if you guys want those questions answered like that, you got to go on our YouTube. You got to go chat it up over there because we're not seeing so much over here, but we are. We're kind of start and sit. AJ Brown, listen, I'd love to sit him. Gonna be honest.
I don't know. I know he was saying to sit him if you own him in fantasy, but that might just be a smokescreen. I forgot who else said it. Was it Jacobs that one time? I don't know. Someone said like to sit him 1 week or something like that. I think it was Jacobs. I can't remember. And then he just ends up having like a career game or something like that. So
Brock Bowers.
you never want to listen to, I guess, these players because listen, their job obviously is to play the best of their ability. I'm not gonna sit AJ Brown. I don't think.
I don't think I could say AJ Brown either personally, but I will say like it does suck because you're expecting him to have a great week, but then when he does not have a great week, you're like, man, I should have just sat him.
Yeah, that's how it is with everything though. Like it's so easy to say, the other option once the option that you thought would happen had already happened. So.
Of course. Well, let's dive into some news notes from around the league, and then we'll get into some injury news. Obviously, not much news to talk about. Obviously, injuries. We got a whole chapter to talk about. But for some news, Jaguars. Gary loves this take right here. Gary loves this news. Jaguars plan to utilize Travis Hunter as a two-way player, continuing to still use him as a two-way player during the 2026 season when he comes back from what we now know is an LCL tear.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to use him on both sides of the ball, but I think it's bad to have him take a majority of snap or a good amount of snaps on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm trying to say? I think what they should do is get him to have, a set position, but run some plays for him on the other side. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. What I think should happen, and obviously you already know this, Fernando, but for anybody that hasn't, seen our show, I'm a big believer in the fact that I think Travis Hunter should be a main cornerback and maybe have some,
Hmm.
offensive sets where he comes in and he can play offense for a little bit. But, you know, this is the NFL now. He was an
Yeah.
absolute star in Colorado. That's not to say he missed a step by going into the NFL because he's one of the greatest athletes I've seen, pure athletes.
Yeah.
But that can only take you so far when you're in the NFL, and I just don't think he has the size or, in all honesty, the full wide receiver skill set of an NFL wide receiver to be able to be anything more than just a good wide receiver too, and that's just my opinion. Um, but you have to also think about the fact that this could be causing him to be, getting injured because he's playing so much more than these other players. Of course, you never want to see that, and I'm upset that this happened to him. But it kind of makes me think, should they be thinking more of we should have him stick to one position? I've been
Yeah.
an advocate for that for a while, but they plan to not do
And you
that.
know what?
So we'll see.
I agree. I agree. I agree to your take. I think if we look at Shohei Ohtani, for instance, the other two-way player that we all know, I think if it was something along the lines where Shohei comes in, pitches, once every week, maybe
Mhm.
twice a week, then it's a different story. But you're also saying baseball and football are obviously a little different, but you're saying that
Way different.
he is
Yeah.
playing. Yeah, you're also saying Travis Hunter to play almost every single snap, just about in
Right.
as a corner. I mean, the fatigue, the agility, like you need a lot of energy to play both sides of the ball. I think it's a lot easier to be a two-way player for sure in the MLB than it is for the NFL. But I think there's a lot of injury concerns as we're seeing now with Travis Hunter with the LCL tier. Um, I think it's some concern. I don't know if we'll ever see a two-way player really succeed in the NFL. I hope so. We see Travis Hunter do, but I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for him.
I'm looking at his stats right now, and from week 4 to week 7, his snap share increased every week. He wasn't going really over 60% in the first 4 weeks. First week he had 64. That was 59, 53, 56. At week 4, he had 56, then 67, and 78, and 87. So from there
Mm-hmm.
on, he was increasing, and that's offensive snaps, by the way. He was increasing his offensive snap share every single week to where against the Rams, yes, he had by far his best game, but he played 87% of offensive snaps. And he's just about doing the same thing on defense. When you look at these
Mm-hmm.
guys, or like wide receivers per se, you say, oh, they can play 90% of snaps. It's no big deal. That's 90% of offensive snaps. Now you're asking a guy to go do pretty much the same thing, maybe not 90%, but say 60% of snaps on the defensive side of the ball. That's a lot of work that you're asking him to do. And like we said, he did it at Colorado, fantastic star. But at the end of the day, the NFL is just a different breed. And as of right now, he's still 22. He's a rookie. It might take him a few years to get acclimated to it. But I'm just hoping injuries don't, pile up and derail his career.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I hope the injuries don't pile up. Valid, I appreciate you sending a rose on TikTok. You also asked a question, so of course we got to answer that one. Valid says Packers defense or Broncos defense? Broncos going against the Chiefs, Packers going against the Giants. I'm going to take the Packers defense. I must say they are going up against Jameis Winston, so expect at least one interception from him.
Probably.
I mean, you gotta expect one at least. Also,
Yeah, it's James
Darius
Winston
Slayton
for you.
out. I mean, all the guys Wandell. So hey, another set of news is Bill Belichick. He says in quotes, "Not and will not pursue open NFL jobs." Committed. He is committed to UNC.
I guess just trying his hardest to stick it to the NFL. I'm sure there are a lot of teams that would take him, so I guess he's doing a good job of it. But I mean, we'll see what happens with UNC. I wasn't really a big believer in that move. Just I don't know. I feel like Bill Belichick's game was not fast enough for the NFL, and that's
Hmm.
not to say the NFL is faster than college because it's absolutely not, and that's what we were literally just talking about with Travis Hunter. But I think college is obviously more raw, and Bill Belichick's been around the NFL for 30 is the last 30 plus years, whatever it is. I think, college is a totally different game. Me being a college fan, actually. So I didn't really think that he was going to succeed at UNC, but it's also only his first year. So I'll give him some time to prove me wrong.
Yeah, I mean UNC football. They won back-to-back games at one point, right? This year already. I know they did just take a loss to Wake
Maybe,
Forest, but yeah.
maybe.
And then go on to face Duke, who just beat UConn. UConn just beat Duke.
They did. UConn's playing good right now, man.
I'm Joe Fagano, Heisman winner.
Fagnano, yeah. Yeah, right,
Fagnano,
right.
Heisman winner.
Exactly.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. That's all I got for news and notes. You got any other news and notes that I may have missed?
I mean, other than I guess the game that's
Madrid
well,
game.
I just saw it.
No,
Yep,
it's
I
okay.
just
It's
saw it.
okay. Actually, I was supposed to talk about it, but then I didn't talk about it. But you led me right into it, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
Washington, the Commanders taking on the Miami Dolphins. Washington, of course, without Jaden Daniels again this week. No Terry McLaurin. No just about anybody. 9:30 in the morning. So we got 15 minutes or so until kickoff.
Yeah, I don't know why I get the feeling that this is going to be like a good game. I don't know why, but I
I
feel
just
like,
wish I could go.
yeah, that would be cool.
Man,
I think
sucks.
we're going to see like a good game from Mariota for some reason. And then, I mean, Devon Achane is going to be absolutely crazy today. I think
Anytime touchdown, Devon
Washington's.
Chain.
Oh, I would put him in for 2+ maybe. I mean,
2+.
Washington's defense gives up like the third most points, I think, in the league to running backs. So, and he's coming off a
Yeah,
42
spit
point
the
week.
facts.
Devon Achane's been going crazy. I think he's
Oh, he
he's
is.
RB3 right now, maybe 4,
Oh,
and he's
probably would be like
coming
wide
off like
receiver
a 40
15.
point week. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Devon Achane has surprised me because I didn't know if he could succeed in the NFL with his size that he came in, but he's surprised me. He's done pretty good, honestly. I mean, they have to rely on him because there's no other person to rely on there.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped for it. I'm honestly hyped for it. I think it will be a good game. I almost forgot that there was a Madrid game, so after this, I was planning on just going to bed. But I guess it's time to watch the game a little bit. Again, I'm missing a great game at 1, by the way. Bucks and Bills, side note.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I actually was talking to my friends about that last night. I don't know if you know, but the Bills are favored by a touchdown. I think that's crazy.
Really?
I think that is absolutely crazy. I mean, I get it. They're at home, but like, I would expect like, I don't know, 3.5, maybe like 3, like
Yeah, it
7.
should be
That's
closer.
crazy. That's really crazy, in my opinion.
That's nuts. I didn't see the spread on it, but a touchdown is too much.
Yeah.
I think
That's what it is today. But yeah, I was very surprised. But by the way, projections are projections. But A-Chain's projected 26 points today. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
Crazy.
26 points.
Mm-hmm.
Would you bet the over or under on fantasy points on 26?
Well, I mean, I think smart people would take the under because, it's like an over that's like 70 per se, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels like a line that will probably get there because it's so crazy and out there. But at the same time, you'd be smart, or you wouldn't be stupid per se, to take the under because it's just such a high line. I definitely wouldn't put my money on this. I wouldn't touch this line. It's too big for me. But if I had to take one, I'd probably take the over, in all honesty. I think he's gonna kill this Commanders defense today.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped to see what's gonna happen in that game. Melvin on YouTube, what is going on, guys? Melvin coming in every single week, guys. We answered Melvin, and he talks on YouTube,
Exactly,
and Facebook. But you guys got to go on YouTube, and we'll answer your questions right away. But for TikTok, we're gonna go right into it in a little bit. Quick side note. obviously off topic of football, but what do you think about the Mavs and Nico drama?
Yeah, I mean, it's a saga that, or I shouldn't say a saga, but over the last year or
9 months,
so,
yeah.
there were a lot of like rumors swirling around that he was going to be fired. And well, I mean, I think he should have been fired the second he pulled the trigger on that Luka trade, I guess. But that's just how I feel. I also feel that there could have been a little bit of rigging in that. I won't lie. I think it's just absolutely crazy that you trade away your, what, at the time, 25, 26-year-old star for an aging star, an AD, who's obviously injury prone, and you only get one first
Yep.
round pick back as well. That's absolutely blasphemy to me. And just so happens that, with a ridiculously low percentage, they get the number one overall pick of a guy that's deemed
Cooper Flag.
generational coming into the next class. Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. I definitely, think there might have actually been a little bit of rigging in that, and that's, a reason why I'm starting to somewhat look into, maybe not just sports rigging, but the NBA being rigged possibly. It's, a crazy theory, so I'm not going to say I 100% believe it, but that's something that definitely gets my mind running. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think he should have been fired the moment he pulled that trade.
Yeah, one of the worst offenses in the Western Conference right now. While Luka's balling now, averaging 37, 9, and 9 a game.
That's it. Only 37, 9 and 9.
Yeah,
No big
yeah,
deal.
no big deal.
Crazy.
I mean, he's practically
Crazy.
getting a triple double every game, just about.
And he's like in shape now too.
It's nuts. It's actually nuts.
It's crazy. It's crazy to see what he was doing when, he was not in shape. Now, he went through a really nice off season, and we're seeing it pay off.
That's what you see. That's what you expect to see from your star player,
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the injuries. Again, we're going to go through the quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers, the tight ends, and then after that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your questions that you're spamming on TikTok. We got you guys covered. Don't worry. We're going to make you guys win your leagues this week, especially those who desperately need it. Quarterbacks, Joe Burrow dealing with that toe injury. He's obviously still on IR, but he did practice this week, but he is out against Pittsburgh. Joe Flacco Nation, it could be coming to an end, but he's still set to start this week. CJ Stroud in that concussion protocol still. He is out against Tennessee. Davis Mills, Mr. QB1 of last week, is set to start. Brock Purdy dealing with that toe injury. He is going to finally play, ladies and gentlemen. He has not played since week 4. This is his third start of the season. Huge game this week. Going against the Cardinals, of course. Jacoby Brissett. Jaden Daniels dealing with that elbow injury. Again, we've already mentioned he is out. Marcus Mariota to start. And Jackson Dart, again, he was in concussion protocol. We've been seeing concussion protocols last for over a week. So Jameis Winston, not Russell Wilson, by the way. Jameis Winston to start in this one. I think the biggest one is to talk about is Brock Purdy coming back. I think this is a really defining game for Purdy because as a player, you're coming in who Mac Jones hasn't looked that bad this year, but Purdy being with his third start, I mean, he has to, if he doesn't win against the Cardinals, with Jacoby Brissett there might be questions swirling if Mac Jones should be the starter moving forward.
Yeah, I think, Mac Jones has kind of found his role with this team. They're going to lean on him when Purdy's just not 100%, and so far it's been pretty much the whole season, and I think he's responded really well. I've liked what I've seen out of Mac Jones. I've had to start him multiple times in a couple different leagues, and, as he actually has shown some things fantasy-wise, too, throughout the year, so I've been happy with that. But, yeah, I think, you probably got to go with Purdy when he gets back. You can't just, let that money go to waste, but there goes my phone. You can't let that money go to waste per se, but yes, I will not deny that Mac Jones is absolutely playing phenomenal right now. So they have some things to think about. Kind of like how, Brissett and Kyler was managed, right? Recently. They ended up saying they're going to stick with Brissett. But at the same time, that might be a little bit of a different situation. But a guy that I want to talk about is my guy that was a pickup of the week, right? Joe Burrow. The only
Mm-hmm.
reason why I said he was my pickup of the week was because he was under 70%. And I said, just a heads up, guys. He's under 70% owned. So if he's out there, you got to pick him up because he's coming back. I literally just got a notification on Twitter from Rappaport saying that he is coming back either Thanksgiving week or the week after it, meaning that he would be playing Buffalo at Buffalo on I don't know if it's on Thanksgiving,
Cinema.
but it's Thanksgiving week.
Cinema.
If not, he's playing at home against Baltimore. So either of those matchups are great for him. That game against Buffalo, Thanksgiving week, week 14, that might be week 1 for some people. That might be the last week of the regular season for people. So if it is the last week of the regular season, unless you need him to win, I would honestly probably sit him just because it's his first game back. See how he does. Week 15 against Baltimore, that's 100% a playoff week for every
Thursday
league.
night football, by the way, for Thanksgiving, that game.
Oh, that Buffalo game?
No, for the Baltimore game, if he plays.
Oh, okay. So I was off. Okay. So week 15 is Thanksgiving. Okay. So yeah. So against Baltimore, I think that's a must start. Baltimore, he carves them up every single time he plays, and he has all his guys healthy, of course. So I think, hopefully he comes back against Buffalo, and that's his second game played. But I think I'm starting him with confidence against Baltimore.
Baltimore's defense has struggled a lot this year, so I honestly wouldn't hate it, especially if you are in need of a quarterback. I mean, I will say, Gary, I know he was your waiver wire out of the week, but let me tell you, I went through every single damn league and I couldn't find him available.
Couldn't find him. Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is what you see. Sometimes these quarterbacks are available in other leagues, but when you're in top tier leagues, sometimes it's really hard to find those players.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, it was only 66% when I looked, so he wasn't out there in a ton to begin with, but I'm looking at him now at 76%. So he went up 10% throughout this, not even week-long stretch since Tuesday. People were, starting to notice that he's coming back, and I'm sure they've seen the reports, obviously, but so if he's still out there, 23% of leagues, 24% of leagues, you better go get him.
Yeah, I mean, when you were talking about it, these players, these league people, they had about 34% chance of having him available in the league. It's not a high percentage. So when a lot of people mention, oh, why is he on there? He's not available in any of my leagues. I mean, it's a low chance, but that's why he's around that 60% owned. It's a low chance he's available in yours, but if he is, you have to snag him.
For sure.
Running backs, Amari Hampton still dealing with that ankle IR stint, but he could have his 21-day window open next week, which is exciting. Isaiah Pacheco sprained MCL. He is out against Denver. We mentioned how he could possibly play this week. Bucky Irving still dealing with that shoulder ankle injury. He is out against Buffalo. J.K. Dobbins dealing with a foot injury. He then went on to IR, and now he's set to miss the regular season as he undergoes surgery on his foot. So, RJ Harvey season.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for that. I was a big believer in RJ Harvey, so I'm hoping, they kind of start to lean on him a little bit more. As much as, I am also a fan of J.K. Dobbins, I would like to see them lean on Harvey a little bit more. See what I saw from him at UCF, 100-plus yards pretty much every single game. I don't expect him to just come out and immediately do that in Denver, but he's a great player. We already saw some flashes when he had 3 touchdowns, so it was 2 weeks ago or whatever. So I would like to see them lean more on him now that Dobbins is out. The one player I want to mention, though, is Amari Hampton, man. I want to get him back because I have him in a league where I'm currently fighting for a playoff spot. I think I'm either a game or 2 out. And, I really need all the help I can get right now. And unfortunately, he's just not been able to, get back on the field. But I know all my Amari Hampton owners are feeling it right now because, we were getting really aggravated with him the first couple of weeks. They weren't giving him the ball, really. It's not necessarily his fault. But then he's, fired off 2 great games. And even against Washington, when he did get hurt, he was having a good, solid game. 13 points in, I think, the first half. So, I would have loved to see, how his season turned out and how my fantasy season turned out if he was able to stay healthy. And that's a 2-keeper league. So I'm thinking about keeping him, but I need to see him get back in, maybe return how he was finishing, the first half of the season before he ended up getting hurt. So I hope he can get healthy, get back on the field, and maybe do some damage.
Yeah, I agree. Hampton was showing a lot of possibility to really break out and have a great campaign this year. RJ Harvey, on the other hand, has not shown a lot of hype. I mean, there was hype going into the draft, fantasy drafts, and he has kind of dudded this year, but that is because he dealt with J.K. Dobbins. But J.K. Dobbins now out for the rest of the year. This is huge for RJ Harvey believers and fans because this is a RB1. And if he was available in your leagues, which he probably was in many different leagues, he's a guy you got to go get because he is going to be RB1 moving forward on that team.
Yeah, I mean, he has never played a game more than 41% of snaps, and that's obviously because we're splitting them with JK, but you see some of the totals: 20 points, 24 points, 16.6 points. He has obviously the power to give you good games, but he's also only had one game in which he's gone over 7 carries. I mean, you got to give this man a good workload, and I think he's going to produce. So,
yeah, I agree. I'm excited to see what he's going to do this week.
Yeah,
this is the big one this week. Big one this week. Broncos going against the Chiefs. So, for the wide receivers, let's go into the wide receivers. Again, the wide receivers is a whole chapter as well. Brandon, are you dealing with that knee injury? Obviously, we mentioned how he could be possibly coming back this season. We were hoping for a mid-season return. It's kind of looking like he might be in danger of missing the whole season. I don't want to rule it out just yet, though. It is still a guy who, if you can stash on your IR slots, go stash him. If he's wasting a spot on your team, I would drop him, in my opinion, if you can't stash him. Other than that, Terry McLaurin, he was already ruled out in the beginning of the week. He wouldn't travel to Madrid. He is out against Miami. Treylon Burks is out against Miami. Devontae Adams dealing with that oblique injury. This was something to monitor this week. He's still questionable against the Rams, but he is trending towards playing this week, which is good signs for Devontae Adams, who's been balling out this year still. Drake London, illness/back injury. He is expected to play against Carolina. Brian Thomas Jr. dealing with that ankle injury. He is not expected to play against the Chargers. Quinn Johnson dealing with a shin injury. Expected to play against Jacksonville, but just monitor that because Quinn Johnson, we know he likes to be injured as well a little bit. Calvin Ridley, hamstring injury, expected to play against Houston. Chris Godwin, fibula, he is out against Buffalo. Garrett Wilson, dealing with a knee injury. He has landed on IR, so he will miss at least the next 4 games. Darius Slayton, hamstring, he is out against Green Bay. Marvin Harrison, dealing with an illness. He is out against San Francisco. And Torrey Horton, dealing with that groin shin. He is also out against the Rams.
I mean, who the hell do I even talk about?
There's so many big names.
Big names on this list: Devontae Adams, Terry McLaurin, Drake London, BTJ, Garrett Wilson, Marv, even like some of the glue guys like Quentin Johnston, who's having a solid season. I think even Ayuk, if he were to come back, could possibly have a solid season. Obviously, Chris Godwin, people have been waiting to be healthy all season. He comes back and he played one game, maybe 2 games. I don't even remember what it was. He played like a game or 2 and then ended up getting hurt again. Yeah, that's what it was. So sucks. But obviously you need all these guys to get back healthy. There's not really necessarily, in my opinion, one superstar. Obviously that's out. So at least there's that. But there are a lot of, really, really good players. Hopefully Devontae Adams plays because I know that's going to be a big test today. That game is going to be crazy. The Rams in Seattle. I'm honestly not sure how it's going to go. I want to say I favor the Rams here by a couple points, but I could definitely see, the Seahawks coming out with it. But I could also see it going both ways in terms of I could see it being a shootout offensively. I could also see both defenses stepping up and playing really good games. So
I can tell you this is going to be
watching that game.
This game is going to be a cinema. We could see this as like an NFC Championship game, to be honest.
Yeah, easily.
So I'm actually hyped. That game is at 6 a.m. for me. I have a chance to actually watch that game. Woo! Let's go. Yeah, I think the big one as well is also Marvin Harrison being out. I think him being out as well is also playing a key factor because he's been doing pretty good actually with Jacoby Brissett. He hasn't been doing so
Yeah.
bad. Garrett Wilson's a big one for me. I mean, it sucks. He's landed on IR. I mean, I have him. I have had Brian Thomas in the same league, so that is a struggle right there.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, these are big names. Just having Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, Garrett Wilson, Chris Godwin, Calvin Ridley, sorry, not Calvin Ridley, Quinn Johnson. I mean, these are 5 players you could easily have matched paired together in one of your leagues, and most of those guys are out, or they're dealing with an injury and will be playing, but might not be 100%. So even Terry
Yeah.
McLaurin, Terry McLaurin also, no, Washington's on a bye week next week. So I just want to point that out. If I want to say, if Terry McLaurin does not come back after the bye week, I think I am ready to drop him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who you're going to get off waivers that's a better player than McLaurin, but I get it, I guess. I mean, if I'm just looking at I mean, we talked about the waiver wire wide receiver position being much worse recently, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you have guys right now like Calvin Austin, Greg
Listen,
Dortch,
I can
Christian
go get AD
Watson.
Mitchell, who's the wide receiver 1 over there for the Jets right now.
Go ahead. How did he do on Thursday?
Well, you know,
One catch? Is that what it
he's
was?
acclimating.
One
He's
catch?
acclimating.
Okay,
Let
we
the
will
man get
see.
acclimated to his new team.
One catch, 6 targets. We will see. I think he had like 3 drops, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
I know his drops need to get work done, I must say.
Yeah.
Tight ends. Actually, we have some good ones, big ones to actually mention. Don Kincaid, he's on IR, of course. He is out against Tampa Bay. He is going to miss the next 4 games. Brent Strange, actually, is Kincaid on IR or did I mix that up? I don't think he is on IR. I think I lied on that one. He is out. He is not on
Uh,
IR. The person I mixed up is Sam Laporta, who's out against
yeah.
Philly, but he has landed on IR, which also is on my team. So I am going to be in a big struggle this week.
Yeah, I'm not actually affected by any of these tight ends, so
Oh, it must be
you know,
nice. Huh?
it's nice for me. But yeah, Sam Laporta just unfortunately got landed on the waiver. Or, I'm sorry, on the IR slot yesterday, so that was kind of unfortunate. But obviously, opens up more opportunities for your boy Jameson Williams, and I'm on
Ooh,
Ross St. Brown, of course, who's having a great year already. So look for those guys to maybe possibly start to get cruising here and maybe could be, like obviously I'm on Ross St. Brown. We know how
yeah.
good he is, but maybe Jameson
Let's
Williams can
go,
start getting
Jameson.
going and he can be a league winner possibly if he, starts becoming one of Goff's premier targets,
I
which he
said
already
he
is.
could be
But
a league winner. Could say James Williams could have been a league winner this year. Just
what was
point
it?
that out.
What was it? Top 10 wide receiver, I think it
He
was.
would finish as a top 10 wide receiver. Listen,
What's he
I don't
currently?
want to rule. I'm not ruling. I think he's got to be around like 30, close to
Wide
30.
receiver 34.
Yeah. See, that's okay. That's
You know
okay.
what though? He's been playing a lot better. 3 of his last 4 games have gone for 17 plus points.
I just want to see. So the wide receiver 1 currently, of course. Do we want to guess on who it is? It's JSN, of course.
Jason, yeah.
197. He's got 197 points this year. You
Okay.
said 34 he's at?
Yeah.
He's 100 fantasy points away from wide receiver 1.
And well, I mean that's wide receiver
but
1. That's wide receiver
wide
1.
receiver 10, he's 48 points away from that. That
And
is
that's
not that
with
hard to get there.
like I said, 3 of his last 4 games being 17 plus points. But listen,
Again,
he's playing a lot better. So I'm not gonna necessarily rule it out. I am, but I mean, I think you've definitely said dumber things.
listen, I just want I'm excited to clip it because we still have some time left. I'm excited to clip it and
Well,
post it that he's going to finish as a wide receiver 10.
if you actually want to see a possible take, which it's not possible, but Puka Nakua, wide receiver 4, Devontae Adams, his running mate, creeping up behind them at 7. It's getting close.
What was your prediction? Devontae Adams would finish
I
higher than
said
Puka.
Devontae Adams would finish higher than Puka Nacua in fantasy,
It's
which
it's honestly it's
everybody called me crazy, and yes, I was. I made a crazy take because it was supposed to be crazy hot takes. But so far, I mean, it doesn't look that crazily far-fetched, so we will see.
no, and not to mention, I mean, Devontae Adams, regardless if he doesn't pass Puka, he's still a top 10 receiver this year.
Still had a fun, which I knew he would smash his ADP because I think he was being drafted as like the wide receiver 23, maybe,
No,
and 16 slots higher than that. I mean, come on now, he's
come
just Mr.
on, man.
Consistent. That's what it is.
Oh, you
That's what
remember?
it is, baby.
Really, side note, because nostalgia just came to me. Remember watching? I think it was Sports Center. They did a take which it's like, come on, man.
Oh
Like they,
my God. Yes, that was our childhood, man. That was so
oh
good.
man,
They would just play like the stupid clips and they go, "Come on, man." Yeah, that was
come on,
hilarious.
man.
I
Oh,
used to love seeing that.
nostalgic. But that's all I got on injuries. You got any more injuries? I did just get also notes about Jackson Dart. The Giants reportedly still want rookie star QB Jackson Dart to showcase his running skills, but not to get injured. But to be better at avoiding contact. That was the quote.
Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, I can understand that. He's only a rookie, so it's like it's obviously gonna take time. But there goes Devon A-Chain, by the way. Wow, great start to his game. Sorry,
Oh,
I
game
got
has
cut off.
started. Game has started,
The game
ladies and gentlemen.
started for people who don't know the game. The Cleveland Commanders,
The
Miami
game
Dolphins
is
have
live.
started. Devon A-Chain already has two 10-plus yard runs, and they are
That's what we like to
four plays
see.
into the game. But what exactly were we talking about again? Sorry, I wanted to say something about this.
We were talking about Devon A-Chain as a beast.
Before that, I wanted to
Jackson
say
Dart.
something about it. Jackson Dart, right. Yeah, so he is a rookie, so it's going to take time to do that. But I have a question for you. I am in a 2-keeper league right now, and I'm debating of keeping
Jackson Dart.
because, well, here's the thing. In this league, he takes up draft slots, right? But I didn't draft him. I picked him up off waivers. So our rule.
So he's your last pick?
Nope, that's not our rule, unfortunately. Our rule is that he sticks in at the 6th round slot.
This is super flex,
So
you said, right?
Nope, just normal. No super flex. But
I wouldn't.
Yeah, so he. Okay, I'm only questioning because I think he's definitely going to go higher than the 6th round.
I think he will definitely go higher than the 6th round. But
I mean,
I think in a one quarterback league, you can get someone with like really good talent in the 6th round. I think if you told me that maybe Jackson Dart was, like you would get him in like the 8th round, I think I would be okay with it. But I think 6th, there's still a lot of good viable options that you can get, running backs or wide receivers there. That's why I would say no. But
okay, so
give me the
8th
round. I'm in on Dart.
Okay, so let me say this. My first keeper already is JSN in the 3rd. That's when I got him this year. So that is a no-brainer, no doubt keeper right there.
So what? We're looking at maybe like an Ashton Genty CMC 1st and 2nd round kind of thing. Maybe JSN 3, maybe what? Who would you go for the 4th round? Maybe a tight end, Brock Bowers or something, or like
possibly. But if I were to not keep Dart, another one of my possible keepers, which I think I'd rank JSN and Dart above right now, is Hampton in the 4th. I mean, if he comes back and absolutely goes off, then like I would think about keeping him too.
Yeah, I think I'd want to see with Hampton. If Hampton comes out and does ball out, then I would rather have JSN and Hampton at 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's probably how I'm feeling as well. But I was, I have some options. That's a good thing. I didn't have options coming into this year because my keepers really weren't that great. But I have options. I have options this year. So I'm, seeing where my head's at and maybe getting some opinions from other people.
Yeah, I like it. I'm curious to see how that's going to go. All right, let's get into some news, some start and sit questions because I know all you guys on TikTok want these answers. And so do I. So do I. John over there starting us off. He wants a start at the flex. One flex position. Higgins, Wandell, Tez, or Jawan Johnson.
Oh, I think it's Tez.
Jawan Jennings, sorry. Excuse me.
Regardless, I think it's got to be Tez.
Yeah, I'm going Tez as well. Tez as well. Antonio Rogers, Flacco, Brissett, Mariota, or Gino. Flacco.
Wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Flacco as well.
I think that's he needs a quarterback filler, and those are all free agent quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I was just surprised that he threw 5 at us.
Yeah, facts. Giddy. Troy Franklin or Vidal at the flex? Help, please.
Troy Franklin or Vidal? I'm gonna go with Vidal.
Vidal as well. Ozzy, Jordan Addison or Kamani Vidal for the flex?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Vidal again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vidal as well. Purdy or Flacco?
Ooh. I think I'm gonna go with Flacco again, actually.
I am actually gonna go with Flacco as well. I think
I want to
personally,
see Purdy come back. You know.
Yeah, I also
Like,
want to see
be
him
healthy.
come back as well. I want to see him come back as well. Manuel, Jordan Love or Bo Nix?
It's crazy that we're asking that after last year. I think I'm gonna go with Bo Nix. You know, I love the Packers and my NFC team, but Jordan Love has just not been like a reliable fantasy guy. So I think
Yeah.
I would go with Bo Nix.
Okay. Stay loyal. What do you think about Jameis Winston 1.5 passing touchdowns? Are we going the over? Or are we going the under?
Winston's passing touchdowns. What is it? 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I'm gonna take the over. Honestly,
I'd probably take the over. Who are they playing?
they're taking
Green
taking
Bay.
on.
Oh, that's definitely tough.
Listen, he's gonna
Definitely
be
tough.
throwing it all around.
Yeah, that's definitely tough because their defense is so good, but they're at home and the game script's going to be good. I expect them to be losing. So I will say he gets one, in the first half and then one towards the end of the game.
Easily could happen.
Maybe when they're already down 2 scores.
Yeah, that's very true. Garbage time. Luna, yeah. Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, or Jawan Jennings?
I'm going to go with Jennings.
I'm going to go with Flowers. Lamar's back.
Defense? He's, I don't know.
Come on. You don't think so?
I mean, I would lean Jennings, but I think there's more upside in Jennings. Jennings had, a good week last week, and Flowers.
Mac Jones is not throwing to him anymore. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's true. But I think Mac Jones' favorite target, anyways, was like Kendrick Bourne.
Okay. Okay. Jay-Z, Rashee Rice, Drake London, or Nico Collins? Good problem to have, I must say.
What was it? Rashee Rice, Drake London, and Nico Collins?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you can only start one? I think you got to go Rashee Rice.
Yeah, I don't think you can go against Rashee Rice, but I wouldn't mind Nico against the Titans.
Understandable, but I think I'm going to go Rashee just because he's literally put up like 25 in every single game.
Yeah, that's true. Parker, now. Listen to this one. This one's a heavy loaded question.
Here we go.
Would you trade Nico Collins, Zay Flowers, Joe Burrow, and Kyron Williams, okay, for Amon-Ra St. Brown, Rashid Shaheed, Brock Bowers, and Jalen Warren? Basically, you're upgrading a wide receiver, getting rid of Nico and Zay for Amon-Ra. You're upgrading your tight end Bowers. I'm hoping you have another quarterback other than Burrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm hoping you have another reliable quarterback because
the big question is Kyron.
Yeah. I don't mind that. I would hope that, like I said, you have another quarterback that you can trust. Obviously, Burrow, you haven't been playing, so it's really not that big of a deal. But if you were like waiting for him to come back for playoffs, and that's if you're in the playoff spot, then I don't really think you should move on from him. But as long as you have another quarterback that you can throw in there, I'm okay with it, I think.
Okay. I can agree to that. I think I'm okay with also going after it. And Mar, start Goff or God tier McCarthy?
I'm gonna go with
Goff
Goff.
going against the Eagles, McCarthy going against the Bears.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Goff.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Goff. John, start one.
What?
Montgomery.
No, we can't skip over that. We can't skip
What?
over that. Oh, come on. You're going Goff over God tier? That's GTJ. Come on.
I really thought I missed an actual important question, but then I realized what I did, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh wait.
Come
I
on,
think
man.
personally, Jared Goff's been playing really good, and he's going against the Eagles defense, who, either way, it should be a shootout. Vikings and Bears should
Yeah,
be a
probably.
shootout too, but I think I'm going to just slightly lean on the Jared Goff. Not saying JJ McCarthy won't have a bad week. Not saying he will.
I am.
Just think Lions wise. All right. Let's not skip over John real quick. Start one: Montgomery, Woody, or pickup Aaron Jones, ETN, or Vidal.
I think
I'll
I'm
go
gonna go
pick
with
up
Woody
Vidal.
Marks. I might go with Woody Marks today. I mean, going
Okay.
against Tennessee, I
Okay.
kind of expect them to run a lot.
Mitch, JJ McCarthy, or Geno Smith.
Oh my God.
There's only one right
I'm
answer here. You
gonna
shouldn't
go
be
with JJ
thinking.
McCarthy. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
No,
that's what
I
I
know. I don't
thought.
know why I was. I'm gonna go with JJ McCarthy. Yeah.
Leo's got a good question. Sean Tucker or Christian Watson?
Wow. Okay. So for your
Take a
20-man
flex.
league, who goes in at your flex?
Listen, there's a lot of injuries.
Sean Tucker and who? Christian Watson?
Christian Watson.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go Christian Watson. I think you just have more upside there.
What? Yeah, I agree, but
Or
I just
Sean
really
Tucker?
I want
Or
to
I
say
mean,
Sean Tucker.
watch, he'll get in the end zone twice. Like, just I don't know. I'm gonna go with Christian Watson, but I can't say I necessarily feel good about it. Like they're both, guys that I wouldn't start
It's
in
bad.
my darkest days.
Yeah, it is bad. Cricket Commish on YouTube. What's going on? Guys, of course, your YouTube questions get answered right away because we got it right here on our system on the left. So they are prioritized. So if you guys want your questions to be answered right away, go on YouTube, ask the question there. That's what Cricket Commish did. He came from TikTok before, I believe. So, hey, listen. He doesn't actually have a question. He just wants to say that Waddle's going in the game. So I'm hyped for Waddle. I hope he does have a good game, to be honest.
First throw from Tua, I think, went to him for like 20 yards. So there you go. Start.
3 points right there in fantasy. Day's not done. Day's not done. Jack DK or Jameson Williams?
DK or Jameson Williams? I'm gonna go with DK, but like I said, JMO's been playing really good. So
I'm gonna say Jameson Williams.
yep, there it
DK's
is. Yeah.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Go.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Go look up the stats on DK. Go look up the stats on DK right now.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. No, I have him in a league, so I know.
6 points.
You're right.
2 points. 16, all right, and 8 points in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, you're right. And JMO's been playing the opposite. He's been playing good. So
yeah, he's played absolute trash. So I'm going with my boy Jameson Williams. Top 10 wide receiver finish this year. Don't forget that. Sean, appreciate you following. DK Metcalf or Khalil Shakir? Pedro's got that question.
I'm gonna go with Metcalf again.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree. No, you know what? I can't. I'm going with Shakir.
Oh.
Going with Shakir. I'll give you up on Shakir. Screw it.
Okay.
Crooked Commish. How good of a play is James Winston today? And how do you think Wan'Dale Robinson and Tyrone Tracy will be affected?
Well,
the bigger question is Jameis Winston wearing glasses or he going in there blind again?
yeah, I don't know if I'd start him. I would hope you have a better option than that, but As for Wanda Robinson and Tracy, I think it positively affects them both. To be totally honest with you, he throws a million times a game, and believe it or not, he can actually throw a deep ball. So I
Yeah,
think
he can.
Wanda Robinson, is fine. I don't think it affects him that much. I think I probably feel maybe a little bit more comfortable with Dart in there just because of the fact that the offense will probably be able to move the ball more. But Winston's
Mhm.
not a bad quarterback per se. We've seen him do it multiple times where he just comes in randomly and actually plays a good game and is able to move the ball. So I don't think that affects him per se. And Tracy, I mean, as long as they'll be able to run the ball, he'll be fine because I think that I think Winston actually dumps it down to him a couple times today.
Yeah.
I'll say he gets like 3 catches for, I don't know, 15 yards maybe, and hopefully he can run for 50, get a touchdown in there, and have like I don't know, 18 to 20 point week. Hopefully, because I
Yeah, I'm
actually have to
curious to
start him.
see.
Unfortunately.
I'm curious to see what he's going to do with Singletary still there because now that Winston's playing, I mean, I wonder how it's going to affect Singletary in the mix because obviously Tracy, I believe, is the better back in my opinion. But again, Singletary's been also getting a lot of reps, so it's also my thing I'm
Mhm.
concerned about.
Yeah.
Wandell, though, I agree with you. Winston balls it out. I mean, he loves throwing it deep. It's also why he throws picks so many times because he just likes to ball it
Yeah.
out. But I'm all for it. I wouldn't be surprised. Just keep in mind. I wouldn't be surprised. What if the Giants win today's game against the Packers? Could be an upset
Yeah.
alert. Could be an upset alert.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about the Packers, right? It's like I want to say that they're a Super Bowl contender, but I just don't think they are because they're the streakiest team in the league, and it's like you
Mm-hmm.
can't have losses to the Panthers and Browns and then come out and absolutely whoop the Lions. And then expect me, you know, to expect me to think that you're gonna be able to contend because I don't think that you have the consistency of a contender. Like I just don't. That's me saying
Yeah.
that about my second favorite team. I love the Packers, but I don't really see it. They could definitely lose today. They lose literally to anybody, but they could beat anybody too.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I agree with that. Gotcho, Tyrone Tracy or Kareem Hunt in the flex?
I'm going with Hunt. No Pacheco. I expect him to get at least one touchdown today.
Agreed. Agreed. Bobby start Brissett over Purdy. He has Kittle and McBride.
Mm, that's a good question. I think I will go with Purdy there, but I'm going with McBride. I mean,
Okay. Okay. I saw Parker Washington question that I wanted to bring up.
okay.
But Bobby spammed. Abe, appreciate the follow. I'll answer that question that you asked in a second. Parker Washington, Zay Flowers, or Romeo Dobbs?
I'll go with Zay.
Yeah, I'll go with Zay too. But Parker's wide receiver one right now, behind Jacoby Myers, technically.
Parker Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to do anything. I'm just
Okay.
going to be
Okay.
honest.
Abe says Gadsden or Kelsey. He said, "I'm scared, bro." No need to be
I'm going to go with
scared.
Kelsey. I'm going to go with
Nah, I'm gonna
Kelsey.
go with Kelsey. I'll have a question for you, Gary. Kareem Hunt or Jacoby Myers in the flex?
Hunt.
Okay. Amari DeMarcado or Kareem Hunt in the flex?
Hunt. Easy.
Okay. Jacoby Myers or Jerry Judy?
Christ. I might actually go Judy, believe it or not.
Yes, I just wanted you to say
May,
Judy. I kind of
maybe I'm
expect you.
somewhat buying into the fact of what you brought up in which Tillman playing
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
gets Judy open a little bit more, but we'll see. I mean, we still have Dylan Gabriel quarterback and Jerry Judy still into the league and drops. So, I mean, numbers are always at.
Um, Wagwan need running backs. McConkey for Vidal and Judkins.
I think I'd do that.
I would do it. Just expect Vidal to not play a factor after next week or 2 weeks.
Don't keep falling.
Don't forget
Yeah,
that.
that's true. That's true. Hanson's coming back, but I mean, it depends what your wide receivers also look like and how bad your running backs are. Because the
Mhm.
good thing about Judkins too is, I mean, it might not matter because we're on the Brown or he's on the Browns, but uh, he's got a pretty good playoff schedule actually, for a pretty
Yeah.
favorable playoff schedule, I should say. Um,
Okay.
so I don't think he might be a pretty high trade candidate to go out and get this week.
Sorry, I'm listening to you. I'm just hearing banging from somewhere in the apartment over here.
Oh,
Don't
okay. I thought it
know.
was my house because there's always noise just in my house for no reason. So,
No,
um,
I heard it earlier. I thought someone was banging on the door because I'm talking so loud at almost midnight, practically.
oh, that's right.
Gary, do we want to open a pack? By the way,
Sure, let's
live
do
on
it.
stream, guys on TikTok. We need 1,000 likes. How's that? In a couple minutes, 1,000 likes in a couple minutes, and we'll open a pack. Wagwan says, I got a Buka, Puka, and Jamar Chase. With,
Ibuka, Puka, and Jamar Chase. Okay.
I mean, shoot. Yeah, go get rid of
Wow.
Ladder Go get
How'd
Judkins.
you pull that off? Wait, how'd you pull
Facts.
that off? I'm a little confused. I mean, you had to have traded for one of them. I mean, I don't
Maybe.
understand how you have Jamar and Puka. So you had to have traded for one of them because they were both first round picks, one going almost unanimously 101, and then the other going like 1-7, maybe
Facts. That's
1-7 or
that's
1-9.
hey, who knows? I don't know. Uh Caden says this isn't fantasy related. That's okay. Doesn't have to be fantasy
Okay.
related. We're here for a good time. But what a slate of games we have this week. So many
Mm-hmm.
so many amazing games. I agree. Honestly, I think the Vikings and Bears will be a good NFC North classic. Bills Bucks is going to be a great game to see. Broncos Chiefs, a good divisional rivalry right there. Lions Eagles, Rams Seahawks, and I
Yeah.
will mention the Browns Ravens because it could be actually an interesting game. I actually want to pick the Ravens as my survivor pick, but I'm very nervous that the Browns somehow could win this game.
I mean, I totally expect us to get blown out, but the thing about us is we usually split with the Ravens, and it's either we win in a absolute shootout or we get decimated. So if if you want to secure some easy money, put some money on the Ravens spread and then
Yeah,
put a little bit less money on Browns money line because that way you're just guaranteeing money.
I agree. I agree with that, guys. We're almost at 1,000 likes, Gary. People want to see this back ripped.
Let's go.
Crooked Commish, PPR on YouTube, PPR in the flex. Wandale Robinson, Trey Tucker, or Jawan Jennings.
I don't know. What would you go?
I was just expecting you to defer that question to me. I just expected you to do that. It's actually a tough question, to be honest. I
It
kind
is.
of want to lean Wandale Robinson, to be honest with you,
Mhm.
just because of Jameis Winston balling out and just going to airmail it the whole time. But I also wouldn't mind Trey Tucker. I'm just nervous because he didn't really do that great last week, which Jacoby Myers'
Yeah.
first week gone. So I'm going
I
to lean
think I'm gonna
Wandale a
go
little
with
bit.
I think I'm gonna go with Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, I knew you would. I
Had
just knew you
another
would.
oh I mean he's been playing good recently and yeah, he had Mac Jones thrown to him, but I mean, we're forgetting who made him last year, right? Like Purdy was the one thrown to him last year, and he gave him that like 50-point game or whatever the hell it was. So I
Yeah.
don't think you can't just go out and say that he's not going to play good with Purdy because, like I said, he's who pretty much made him anyways. So I think he's going to be fine, and I would probably start him.
Now let me ask you this, because Max has this
Mhm.
question: start Parker Washington or Ricky Pearsall?
I
I'm
guess I
starting
would
Ricky.
go with who are they playing again?
The 49ers, the Cardinals.
I think I'm going to go with Washington, actually.
Of course you are, because you're on the Jawan Jennings train.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna
Okay.
come out here and say that I expect Jawan Jennings to have like 40 points, but like, I think he's gonna have a solid game, at least for flex. I hope people who are playing him are putting them at their flex, unless they really need to have him anywhere else. But uh, I think he can give you like 15 points.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gary, we have hit 1,000 likes, so I will have to ask you for a number. We have left 5, 1 through 5, or right 1 through 4. The left ones, I will say, are from from last week's trip to the store, and right are the ones from the recent trip to the store. Not that that matters in any way, but
Oh, it
left 1 through
matters.
5 or right 1 through 5.
Let me
1
go
through
with
4. 1
left.
through 4. Sorry, 1 through 4 on the right, 1 through 5 on the left.
Let me go with left number 1.
Oh man, I was feeling good on that one too.
Really?
Just because, why not? Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here it is. This is from last week's. I don't know who was liking it up, but you guys are G's for liking. If somehow we get to 2,000 likes in the next couple minutes after we're done with this, we'll rip another one. How's that?
All right.
Give a little incentive. Grayson, Ted McMillan or Tez Johnson?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is actually.
Damn, am I really gonna say Tez? Tez has been playing so good, dude.
He has.
Oh man,
I'm gonna go Tet, but don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna go Tet too.
Okay. All right, let's see it.
Tet too.
Let's see it. Gary, you got absolute jack here. By the way,
Of course.
but I must say you have my 1 of 1 that I have not yet pulled yet. It's not a 1 of 1, but it's a 1 of 1 to me. Amika Ibuka on the rookie card.
Oh, there you go.
I haven't had him. Let's see. Woody Marks. Also haven't had Woody Marks ever. Oh, all right. Check it. Take a look.
Okay.
Mr. Cam Ward himself.
Getting
Mr.
some
Cam
top
Ward
rookies.
himself. TJ Watt in the celebrations. Nothing too crazy. Little Mr. Jacobs magic. Josh Jacobs. Little Josh Jacobs. And I believe this is all base. Yeah, Ricky Pearsall, Braylon Allen, TJ Watt, Andrew Van Ginkel, Brian Burns, and Brock Purdy on the base. But
at least
you
there
obviously got
some good rookies.
You actually, I don't think I have. I have a Cam Ward on the short print, I believe, but I don't have Cam Ward on the rookie, I believe. Just an FYI. Gary, we do have. We are about to hit 2,000. So
wow, jeez.
I'm just saying, guys. If we somehow get to 5,000, I'll open the Don Russ. Open the Don Russ. Gary, I don't know if you're up for that.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
We're having a good time, right? Sam says Johnson or Sutton?
Johnson.
Or Sutton?
Johnson who?
Quinn Johnson.
Quentin Johnson. Okay. I heard Johnson.
Sorry.
I was like,
right,
no, it's fine.
sorry.
I'm gonna go with Sutton, I think.
I'm gonna go with Sutton as well. Gary, we already had 2, so you're gonna have to give me another one, but I'll ask you another question at the same time. Parker Washington or Troy Franklin?
Let's go with Troy Franklin.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Parker Washington.
I'm gonna go with Parker Washington. I'm gonna go Parker.
C-Rod Henry or Chase Brown?
Chase Brown. We own Derrick Henry.
I'm gonna go Chase.
He has a sit today. I'm not gonna lie.
Who? Derrick Henry?
Yeah, unfortunately, we actually genuinely do own him, and he's horrible against us. So, if you are a Derrick Henry owner today, do not expect him to have a good game. I don't know what it is.
The follow. Watch him go off for 200 yards.
Yeah, right. Which he hasn't done all year.
Yeah, that's true. Gavin, London or Judkins?
I'd probably go London.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with London as well. No, I'm gonna go with Judkins. Screw it.
I just think there's more I don't want to say there's more upside, but like the offense is just better. I mean, the Falcons' offense is great either, but they should be. I think they really should be because they have some pieces. But you know,
Yeah,
Judkins actually could be in store for a good game. The Ravens' defense is horrible, so
yeah, I agree. Um, Gary, because people are spamming like still, I don't want to end the stream there on TikTok, but I do want to end the stream on YouTube. So
okay.
I guess we can finish it up on YouTube, and we'll be one-on-one with everyone down south over there on TikTok.
Sure, sounds good.
Thank you all for watching here on Sports Time HQ. Again, TikTok people keep liking it up. Road to 5,000 for a little Don Russ downtown action. But for everyone on TikTok, Facebook, wherever else you're watching that's not TikTok, this is going to conclude today's show. Again, make sure to follow us all over social media at Sports Time HQ. We are live every single week on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern for our Waiver Wire show, and on Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern for our Starts and Sits show, where we answer all the questions you may have to win your fantasy matchups that week. Again, week 11 is already underway. We got ourselves the Madrid game. Next week, week 12, I mean, we're getting so much closer to the fantasy playoffs, and it is coming down to the wire in some leagues, I tell you that. But again, go follow Gary all over social media at GD Picks. I'm Fernando. I'm your host, Sports Time HQ, and we will see you all next Tuesday.